Hey everybody, Jay Burrito here. I'm joined by Subsorian. You're right. So, on that note, we're back to the. It's this week's we're just recording the normal weekly mutation. We don't have a topic, and that's because it is the return of the dreaded Vertigo mutator.
Yep. So before they had taken it out of rotation, like every week it would come up, they would skip it, even when they were cycling mutators. I was pretty sure that was the case, but because it made people motion sick. But now that no one's curating these mutators, we're just getting right back into it.
Oh yeah. So it never bothered me, but I'm also an older person now, and I find myself getting motion sick in cars when I never used to. So now it's been a couple years. I wonder if maybe it'll get me.
Oh god, it has been a couple years, hasn't it? I talked to the dev who made it, and he says he still gets a pang of joy realizing how many people he made sick from this.
Yeah, I guess good on them for taking it out when people said it made them feel ill. But, again, it was something that I couldn't empathize with because, I can empathize with someone feeling sick. But, when I look at this, I don't understand what about it could make people feel sick. I always was like, Vertigo's fun.
I guess it's hard to explain. Yeah, I guess when you're used to a certain perspective and then it just suddenly keeps, I don't know. I can't pretend to explain it.
Yeah, I think because the idea of motion sickness to me implies that there must be something, you have to be in a state of movement. So, but this is people get the feeling of motion sickness, but it's not literally motion sickness, right?
Yeah, I think it's the same as VR. VR, it's more that it says you're moving and you're not. I played a platformer in VR and was sick for the entire day. Mm-hmm. That's why they have that thing where you have a cage in front of you sometimes. But I'm not sure if it's just involuntary motion or I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, and if I remember, it's not just a random x-axis shift. Sometimes you'll be looking at weird Z angles as well. It's a strange combination. So yeah, we'll see. I suspect that I'm going to be eating my own words here because it's been several years, and now I'm going to do it and be like, oh god. Well, let's see. The other two are forgettable, I think.
Oh yeah, right. The base. Oh god. The mini map. I remember that. The fact that you scroll.
That's the hardest part. I feel is the scroll changing.
Oh god.
It's pretty frequent. By the way, yeah, I should have pointed out. So yeah, obviously people report getting sick when playing this. So if you're inclined to that, don't watch this.
Yeah.
Don't watch this.
The weird thing is putting down structures on an axis is it's a strange. If you're used to StarCraft, it's just such a strange feeling.
Well, yeah, because the camera angle is sort of that faux 2D isometric, which obviously it's 3D, but now that that's kind of upended, it really makes you feel that 3D more than you previously were comfortable with.
Yep. It's kind of like how when you see the back of a structure, it just looks so different.
Right.
That's what the ever famous them hiding a butthole on the extractor for years.
So I haven't gotten hit with any okay, there's one.
Okay, yeah.
That's pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly hitting the same. Oh god, I have cracked too. This is going to be. I think Karax might have been the wrong choice because it's going to be really difficult to aim my shots.
Right. Well, you're Army Karax Prestige, right?
Yeah, but I still got the. It just means I don't go static defense. I still got all the orbital tools except Purifier Beam.
Okay.
Army Karax. I've been enjoying Army Karax. I feel like it's what he should have been all along.
Yeah, it's Army Karax is the only Karax, That's what I say.
Mm-hmm.
So, I habitually scroll, but I think I just click on the minimap to see anything is the only way to go.
Oh god, everything's upside down. I don't know if we're getting the same ones or not.
Yeah, mine is I'm upside down, but I'm facing the front of my command center somehow. Well, if you need to stop, then
Nope.
Okay.
I'm powering through this.
Okay.
I refuse.
All right.
God, I hope we get this first time.
Enemy supplicants are headed toward their champion. Kill them all.
Our foe is making their move.
Well, it's going to come down to what the enemy comp is, I think.
Yeah, I think so. The evasive maneuver. Well, okay, that's kind of normal.
You know what? I think we are this. I think they are the same camera angles. Almost definitely, because you
Yeah,
just
I
said
think
yours
so.
is pretty normal, and I think the one I just got was pretty normal. Bio, Terran Bio.
Which? Oh, classic infantry. Okay, that's fine.
I could maybe make tanks
Yeah, that'd be good.
and
For
just
you-
have
oh, yeah,
them,
you're-
yeah, teleport.
Yeah, you're regular Stukov, so yeah, tanks would be perfectly
And
good.
I don't have
Mutation complete.
what don't
I'm-
I have?
I'm gonna go Colossi.
Okay.
Colossi, Energizer, Zealot, I think, is a good comp for this.
Oh yeah. Oh, so what I don't have is the volatile infested. I just couldn't get that out. I was really trying, and I just couldn't get it.
SC1 infested, yeah.
You know, I never really made that connection, but that is it.
Yep.
I guess we should try to push her.
Up. I'll bring some poison.
Enemy forces are supporting their
is that my
champions
probe?
psionically.
I think so.
Destroyed.
Oh, what are you doing out here?
I thought
Oh, God.
there were two of you in this fight. I expect support from
Yeah, it's very jarring when you're trying to like actually attack anything.
Mutation complete. Swarm forces.
I'm saving Alexander for the big attack wave.
Yeah, that's the smart way to do it. I'm gonna try to get energy up. I'm gonna boost.
I am activating Chrono Boost now. That should greatly increase the output of our structures. Swarm forces under attack. Mutation complete.
I mean, it's again, it doesn't make me feel sick per se, but it's very disorienting.
Yeah, I'm not getting the motion sickness too bad. Well, let's see later. Honestly, the fear is the most annoying part, but also I'm Karax, and my armor is not particularly massive.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna pretend that it's no. Vertigo is still the worst, but
Yes.
it's more that it the fear is like the most gameplay affecting thing. If that, I suppose that makes sense.
No, I definitely get you. Evasive's a tiny bit annoying, but it's never been too bad.
Right. Is this the big one?
No. The big one comes from the south.
Swarm forces.
Okay. Well, again, I can save the Apocalypse for one or more of them.
Okay.
Forces under
Actually, this might be.
I think it's this one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I think it can come from either way. I'm used to it coming from the south.
combat. Swarm
I'm gonna get a turret because potential nukes.
Oh, that's a smart. Oh, downside of this Karax, you have literally no static protection.
Oh, you can't build any of that stuff, can you?
Nope.
I cannot stand against
So are we gonna
the
be able to
brawl.
survive this
Kill them
attack?
before I am overwhelmed.
Should be able to.
Okay. I'll be able to start getting out some tanks here soon, but
in combat.
it's
Yeah,
slow.
I'm starting to get my Colossus out. I think we can probably get those hybrid. I'll rush the.
Okay, I'm gonna start sending my stuff down there. My Apocalypse, I got 30 seconds on Apocalypse. She's not
She's got-
that close. Yeah, we're okay.
We got space.
Yeah.
And once you get Apocalypse, we got this.
Under attack.
Oh, hooray! Something normal.
Yeah.
Command on allied forces.
It's the little things in life.
Several elementals nearby. Their psionic bleeding is distracting me. Silence them if you have the forces to spare.
Nope. Burrow charge, buddy.
Come on. Okay, there you go. Yeah, we got this.
Yeah, and you got Colossi out now. We're solid. Oh, we have like a nearly normal camera angle for a hot second.
I know.
Take advantage of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get that expansion. I'll boost in a little.
Okay.
Chrono boost activated. Our structures should research and create units much more quickly now. In combat.
I'm sad they never really like they did a few of the more supporty abilities like that, but like Stetman kind of had them, but I never felt they went as all in with them as they did with Karax.
Yeah, and it's like it's co-op. I completely agree. I sort of wish that was like a bigger part.
Yeah, I mean Karax in a lot of ways was their kind of learning experience because I think he was designed with the idea that there would be more like defense maps, but that was not the case.
Right.
Mutation complete.
God, I need gas something fierce.
Yeah, me too. Don't I still need infantry upgrades for the tanks, right? Because that benefits the volatile infested, or is that changed?
I don't. So I know that the volatile infested damage upgrade impacts the ones not spawned by the tank. I don't think the damage upgrade, or they have the infantry upgrades. I think it's just the tank upgrades. Pretty sure.
Honestly, I'm not going to end up getting enough. I'm not going to get enough anti-air to bother with the bonus. So.
Yeah, I don't want to bother with it either. I theoretically could, but
yeah,
Karax,
it's just not worth it.
Karax anti-air is mirages or carriers.
Right.
Mineral. Allied forces in combat.
I'm like trying to use I'm like all I'm trying to do is like spawn the broodlings and I can't see anything. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, I'm trying to aim and I'm having it shift. It's like Overwatch. That's why I'm bad at shooters. Oh gosh, can you get this
Nemesis?
how do I? This is the worst.
I'll make a bunch of Marines and roll them down there, but I don't have any anti-air. I'm gonna start getting some Diamondbacks.
Okay, yeah. I don't have Shadow Cannon yet unlocked. Shoot. I'll just try to chip away at him with whatever I can get.
I'll do nice.
There we
okay.
go.
And then I'll just go ahead and send this down here.
Sequences spun.
Got a pretty sizable amount of probes.
I can sense the elemental's unrest. Slay it before it scurries away to breed.
Fairly normal.
Yep, so far so good.
I can apocalypse the attack wave.
Yeah, I think this one's also pretty big. I'm going to boost.
Chrono boost online. Our structure should now operate at a greater efficiency.
God, Energizers are such unsung heroes.
I know, they're the best, aren't they?
Under attack.
These Banshees are going to be... Start getting some observers out.
Is there no end to this elemental vermin? Crush this one if you can spare the warriors to do so.
What's the lore reason why we can't kill the elementals after a certain period of time?
It was that they run away from the battlefield. and
Oh, they
Gennard
just leave.
had-
Okay.
Yeah.
Swarm forces under attack.
Bunkers.
Forces under
I've got so many minerals. I just gonna spam out gateways and flood.
complete.
Yeah, I found with like the Purifier Colossi, you really only need like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And then like the rest is just Zealot Sentry. Zealot Energizer rather.
My God. Stop moving. They just teleport away as I
Yeah.
Swarm forces under attack.
Guess I'm just gonna go ahead and attack up here.
Attack. Mineral quantity insufficient.
For later.
Yep. Yeah, it's good to clear that out. Nothing wrong with that.
Attack.
That is a lot of pre-placed Banshees,
It
but
appears the enemy is
oh well.
advancing.
Yep.
Prepare to meet them in combat.
I can try to.
What needs killing?
I don't even know how much I'm losing.
The forces in combat.
Make another upside down factory. Oh, that's relatively normal. I feel like I've gotten like more accepting of like fewer and fewer normal camera positions. Like, oh, that one's like remotely similar. That's
yeah,
good enough, right?
That's kind of close. It works.
Yeah.
No, I get you. I'm kind of the same way of like, yes, I can actually see how this battle works. The siege
Yeah.
tank isn't like.
Forces under attack.
That's why I went with Stukov here. Yeah.
No, yeah, he's been the go-to for most people. Oh no, Lost got stuck in your siege tanks, but it's okay. There we go. That's for some reason. I guess I can't walk over your siege tanks.
Yeah, when they're locked in, they're
It's
maybe it's because they're. No, I don't understand that. I have no idea.
I can't pretend. Co-op, the way the co-op engine works is a mystery to even the devs who made it.
Forces
I guess let's push her.
allied forces in combat.
Oh, well, let's get this attack wave. I lose my observers.
Something in there is detecting.
Allied forces in combat.
God, I'm very grateful for F2.
Yeah, you know, F2 crew's got to represent in these trying times. This is where
Yeah, where's that F2 crew merch I was promised?
this is the perfect time for it. This and like microtransactions where like my 50 APM is an advantage for once.
Swarm forces under attack. More minerals required.
I've always found it funny how people fixate on APM because I was never a high APM player, and it genuinely like unless you're masters, like meaningful actions matter so much more than just randomly spamming fast
Yeah,
jump
exactly.
actions.
I mean, I feel like I've beaten a lot of difficult single-player content, which I understand doesn't really matter that much to a lot of people, but at the same time, you know, I've beaten some pretty difficult things in both Warcraft and StarCraft, and it's just like, a lot of it is like particularly considered challenge content or whatever, and then I just think like, yeah, see, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, I mean,
It matters to an extent, but like realistically, you can get away with a lot with very little, you know? Like you said, meaningful actions.
yeah, it is still a strategy game. It's a lot more strategy than physical skill, I should say.
Yeah. Plus, I'm an old man now. I can only click so fast.
That was actually, I was reading studies on that, how, like, for an esport gamer, you basically peak, I think, at, like, 22 or something. Or, no, it's, like, really young. Something obnoxious.
Like you're past your physical prime before your brain even is fully developed. Like
Yeah,
100%. Oh, I have a normal camera angle.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, so we
Near
confirm that
normal.
we both share the camera angle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there goes all my shots.
Giveth and taketh away.
I was right in the middle of spamming on a BC, and then I just started spamming it on my army.
Yeah. Well, on the
Those
plus side,
dynamics.
we're gonna win pretty quick.
Yeah. All right. Get my solar lance up. There we go.
That did it.
I'm gonna try to deploy my energizer in this mess.
Honestly, these nemesis are probably the only thing that are gonna
Yeah.
cause a problem.
I think you can bring them. I can't remember. I think they let Diamondbacks bring them down now, like just for a brief second.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll bring them up. Yep.
There we go.
They only have to be brought down for a second to get killed by tanks
Yep.
and all of your stuff.
Volatile infested are pretty good.
Yeah, his masteries are incredibly impactful in the sense that volatile infested spawning from the compound, but
Oh yeah, no, that adds so much to a wave.
I thought about just doing the prestige that I was on in this case, but
Which one are you on?
just this first one. I've only done the level 1 prestige for everyone, and then I'm gonna recycle and do it for like level 2.
Oh, nice. Oh god, where are you?
I'm here. Is there? What do we? Oh, it's
No,
the
no, no,
science
not you,
systems.
not you. I'm trying to.
Okay. I thought you were like you desperately needed help with an air unit, but there we did it.
Yeah, there we go. I think. Oh no, okay, I get. Oh yeah, there is a Banshee somewhere, but I can't even find it.
Okay, it's done. It's over. Until
Yeah.
the next time, it might pop up.
Until the next what, like 3-year cycle? I don't.
I thought it showed up at least one more time, unless they removed it from the recycle.
I actually don't know. I'd have to recheck that. I thought this was the only one, and then that it was enough, but I could be wrong. We could be back for another week.
Yeah. See, I'm crazy. I like Vertigo, and I don't mind Wheel of Misfortune. At least for
Yeah.
like the first 4 to 5 retries. Then after that, I'm like, okay, let's get this over with. But
I
it
think
rarely
it
takes that long.
It depends on the map for me. Some Wheels of Misfortune, like for the more involved maps, are just like okay.
Yeah, that's true.
But when it's like Void Launch, it's like Void Launch is pretty autopilot usually anyway. So
Sure. Well, we've got last week's recorded, and maybe we'll combine that with a future weeks to do a more chatting session. But this week it was Vertigo. It was Vertigo's show.
we had to do it. I think bring back the best of.
Yuck. Well, it's
Yeah.
over. So I guess we'll see everyone next time.
Enjoy your headache.